Before I get into this video, I just want to apologise for the lack of uploads this week. It's been pretty hectic. I've had a lot on, had a lot going on outside of this, so it's been a bit of a hectic week. I didn't cover any of the fights the weekend, not because I didn't watch any of them. To be honest with you, none of them were really interested me. They were all kind of, hitting and miss fights, and I just didn't feel the need to make a video on them. So, that being said, I want to get into a couple of these videos. We are 2 days away from fight night. The weigh-in is tomorrow. And I've seen a lot of people online, and even a lot of people I know, who would be more kind of the casual end of the fans, saying that Deontay Wilder has been officially broken by Tyson Fury, that he is done, and this is a Fury win pretty much before it even starts. Based upon, basically, Deontay Wilder kind of let loose at Radio Raheem in an interview yesterday. I think he brought up something to do with persecution, and Deontay Wilder didn't react too well to it. He was bringing up about Tyson Fury being persecuted, and I think Deontay Wilder took offence to that because, the black people have been persecuted. Now, that's the subject I'm not really going to talk about on YouTube. I don't really feel the need to discuss things like that on my YouTube channel. Maybe someday down along the line I'll maybe be able to make, some videos on that, but right now I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, Deontay Wilder kind of lost at Radio Raheem, and he instigated kind of not really a scuffle, like a mini scuffle at the press conference yesterday. I did watch that press conference, and to be honest, I don't think Deontay Wilder is that mentally broken by Tyson Fury. I do think that he is maybe a bit more riled up than he normally is. I think that maybe he is starting to now feel the pressure. See, I think he's starting to feel the pressure more of the event as opposed to Tyson Fury, because you're looking at Deontay Wilder, and if you look at his fight, some of his fights, the Eric Molina fight is a good fight that springs to mind, in a sense that he was under pressure in that fight, but he kind of let that get the better of him. He was under pressure to perform because Eric Molina was a knockover job after coming off a good win against Stavern, and he really struggled in that fight. And I think against Johan Dupa, after that fight, he kind of was able to get a bit more into himself in that fight and, perform. That was one of his best performances. So I think Deontay Wilder, under pressure, he can not come apart. He's not a David Price. But I think it's more the event that Deontay Wilder is starting to feel the pressure towards, as opposed to Tyson Fury. I do think Tyson Fury got under his skin a bit at the earlier press conferences, like in the UK, in New York. I think it was LA was the last one. Yeah, I think Tyson Fury was getting under Wilder's skin in them. But I think with this press conference, more so Wilder, feeling maybe the pressure of the event. Now, one thing I find weird is Deontay Wilder, he is the favourite with the bookies in Vegas, as far as I'm aware. I know last time I checked, he was the favourite with the bookies. And I'm not going to get into a prediction. I'm saving that for after the weigh-in. I'm going to do a full breakdown after the weigh-in, and I'm going to give you my prediction then. So I'm not going to give you any prediction on the fight right now. But I think that Deontay Wilder being the favourite amongst the Vegas kind of bookies, he isn't the favourite amongst the general public. Because I've seen so many polls online. I've seen him on IFL. I've seen him on various different websites that have done polls, boxing polls, on who they think will win. And the overwhelming majority have said Tyson Fury. They believe Tyson Fury is going to win. So with the public, Tyson Fury is the favourite. But with the bookmakers, Deontay Wilder is the favourite. I think that actually helps Deontay Wilder out a bit, because it's not like everyone is banking on Wilder to win. It's not like everyone is looking at Wilder and thinking, you have to win this fight. So I think that kind of takes maybe some of the pressure off him. I don't think Deontay Wilder really will perform well under pressure. Like I said in previous videos, I studied a bit of sports psychology. I now have a master in it, but I know enough about it. I know how, certain athletes tick, and I studied a lot of it around boxing, because that's my main sport. I don't really like any other, I like other sports, but boxing is my number one. So I think that Deontay Wilder, I don't think he takes pressure too well. I'll put it like that. And I think that, had this fight had been everyone backing Wilder, nobody backing Fury, and it was 100%, kind of on Wilder's shoulders, I think we'd see a lot more chinks. I think we'd see a lot more kind of, what's the word, rambunctious, or, what's the word, spontaneous behaviour from Deontay Wilder if, there was a lot more pressure heaped on him. So I don't think he's cracked mentally yet. We never know. When we get into the ring, or when they get into the ring on Saturday night and the bell rings and Fury starts maybe clowning with him, maybe he could come apart mentally. I don't know. I think Deontay Wilder, though, he will stand his ground. I think, and I think that he will go for it. If he thinks he's getting outboxed and he doesn't think he has the skill to match with Fury, I think he's going to go for it. He'll just throw everything but the kitchen sink at him and see what he can do. But yeah, I don't think Wilder's cracked mentally. I think that he is just maybe starting to feel a bit of the pressure. But I don't think he's cracked mentally. We'll see what he's like at the weigh-in. I'm looking forward to seeing what will happen. I'm looking forward to seeing both guys' weights, to be fair. See what Wilder weighs and what Fury weighs. So we'll find that out tomorrow. And yeah, I'll be definitely tuning into the weigh-in. And then I'll give you my breakdown and my prediction of this fight. I've been changing my mind a lot about this fight. So I'm going to give you the full prediction tomorrow. So thanks again. And yeah, as I said, I'm sorry for not getting the uploads as much as I've wanted to. But it's just been hectic. So those are my thoughts on this. Leave yours down below.